Break-in, Canary XRP ETF gets approval with 8A filing to list on Nasdaq. What's in today's video? Highlights. Canary XRP ETF files 8A with the US SEC. Nasdaq approves listing of the spot XRP ETF. Canary XRP ETF to start trading this week with XRPC as ticker and 0.50% as management fee. XRP price gains upside momentum ahead of the big week. Canary XRP ETF gets automatic approval for Nasdaq listing as the issuer submitted an 8A filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. The spot XRP ETF is expected to start trading later this week. Meanwhile, XRP price has started gaining upside momentum amid multiple catalysts, including the first spot XRP ETF launch under the 1933 Act and the potential U.S. government shutdown ending this week. Canary XRP ETF gets auto-effective approval. Canary filed Form 8A with the U.S. SEC on November 10th, which is the final step before the XRP ETF launch. The spot XRP ETF is now auto-effective and likely to begin trading this week, pending SEC filing for details on the trading date. According to the latest filing, Nasdaq approved the listing of Canary XRP ETF shares on the exchange under the ticker symbol XRPC. It states that a description of the shares is contained in the trust's registration statement on Form S-1, filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission on or about October 24th, 2025. The trust's investment objective is to provide exposure to XRP. Experts such as Nate Gerasi believe XRP ETF launch marks a big win for Ripple against previous anti-crypto regulators. Canary Capital CEO Stephen McClurg says, XRP ETF will probably double what Solana did in its first week. He spotlighted demand in XRP as evident from market cap and trading volumes. Details on Canary XRP ETF, XRPC. Canary Capital updated its XRP ETF application and cleared SEC delays to launch on Nasdaq this Thursday. This comes after the automatic approval of Canary's Litecoin and HBR ETFs last month, with 8A and CERT filings. The issuer has set a management fee of 0.5%, with no waiver announced yet. In contrast, Bitwise XRP ETF announced a management fee of 0.34%. The XRP ETF will track the spot price from the XRP USD CCIX Beer Reference Rate Index. Notably, U.S. Bancorp Fund Services is the transfer agent and the administrator of the trust, whereas Parallel Distributors LLC is the marketing agent. Gemini Trust Company and BitGo Trust Company are the custodians. U.S. Bank, an affiliate of the transfer agent, is the cash custodian. XRP price bounces. XRP price has jumped nearly 10% in a week. Trading volume and futures open interest have spiked in the last few days, amid anticipation of the Canary XRP ETF launch and the U.S. government shutdown ending. At press time, the price is trading at $2.48. The intraday low and high are $2.46 and $2.58, respectively. Furthermore, trading volume has increased by 40% in the last 24 hours, indicating interest among traders. In the daily time frame, the price is trading below the 50 SMA and 200 SMA, with jitters in traders because of a death cross formation. However, the Canary XRP ETF launch this week can trigger a rebound. CoinGlass data showed massive buying in the derivatives market. At the time of writing, the total ETH futures open interest jumped 12% to $4.07 billion in the last 24 hours. XRP futures open interest on CME and Binance climbed more than 3% and 12% respectively.